Hola amigos, espero que estén todos muy bien. Hoy les quiero presentar a una dama australiana a quien admiro mucho. Ella se llama Linda Goldsmith. Linda es una mujer casada, madre de dos niñas, de dos adultas más bien dicho, Grace y Tess. Grace es su hija biológica, Tess es una niña adoptada, fue adoptada del sur, de Corea del Sur, y también tiene otro hijo, pero cuya adopción aún no se ha oficializado, pero es su hijo en adopción no oficial, James, que vive en Kenia. Linda estuvo haciendo muchas misiones cristianas, pero de corto término en diferentes países, y hubo una en especial que le cambió su visión de vida y le cambió su misión en la vida. A raíz de eso, ella fundó Access Hope, una fundación que partió primero para patrocinar niños en extrema pobreza, buscarles padrinos, y aquí en Australia. Es una fundación australiana. Y más tarde ella ha ido haciendo otras actividades, como en Burundi construir casas para familias que viven en realmente en unas casitas que ya ahí van a darse cuenta en la fotografía. Comenzó con una casita, yo fui parte de ello, y hoy van 39 casas. Linda les va a contar más acerca de su fundación, que no solo apadrina niños, también tiene un programa de capacitación en administración y informática para las prisiones de Kenia. Así que esta mujer admirable ahora se las presento a ustedes. Aquí tengo una persona maravillosa de la que les he estado hablando. Ella es Linda y nos va a contar acerca de su organización, Access Hope. Hi Linda, we are very happy you are here today with us.
Thank you so much.
And I would like you to tell us why you start with this charity, Access Hope.
Wow. Well, I had been invited to go on a missions trip in 1999, and that was to the Philippines, and that changed my life forever. And so I started going on other missions trips with the same organisation. Then I started taking my own teams, and then I got invited to Africa. And when I was in Africa, I was asked if I would start a children's home. So I didn't go seeking it, it came to me. So I came home, and as a committed Christian, I prayed about it, talked about it with my husband, sought advice, and we really felt that if this was what God wanted me to do, that He would help me. Because you see, I'd seen children that were in dire straits, sitting in a slum with no regular food, no guarantee of a meal. They were hungry, they were dirty, they couldn't go to school, and I was asked if I would help these children. So I thought, yes, this is what I was meant to do. And with starting an organisation, it's a hard job to do on your own. You really need a team. So that's why I decided to form Access Hope.
Oh, it's amazing charity. I support Access Hope because I know you are in the back, you are there, and because when the people love children, really we have a commitment. Linda, which is the big challenge do you have with Access Hope?
Okay, well, of course money is always the biggest challenge of any organisation, I'm sure, because all founders and CEOs have a big vision of what they want to accomplish, and you need money to do that. So, and we need a lot of money to be able to fulfil our goal of filling our children's home with around 200 children, with able to build to take all those children. But here on the ground in Perth, in our home base office, it's always been finding the right volunteers for the right position to help you, because we have a team of volunteers here and staff in Kenya, paid staff in Kenya. And board members are particularly hard to find. People with that same passion and same desire as you, because often they're already quite committed in other areas. So they're probably the two big things. We have some wonderful volunteers that have been with us for quite a long time. One I'm thinking of at the moment left and then came back to us, which was really great. But finding those ones that'll be with us for the long haul, that you don't have to train and then they leave and you train again, that's always a bit challenging.
Linda, what are the best things happen with Access Hub?
Oh wow, that's a great question, because there's just been so many things over the years. And we have just seen God's faithfulness. He's taken absolutely nothing and made something wonderful, and He's still growing that. And we've seen Him just do amazing things. For example, like getting a transformer and electricity on site, which was around 76,000 Australian dollars, which we got for free. And there's just been lots of miracles that I can tell you that have happened over the years. But probably the greatest is when you see a child that can't smile and they come into your home, and after a couple of hours they've got a big smile on their face, and they're happy and they're safe and they've got a full tummy and they've got clean clothes on and they know that they can go to school and they've got a family with loving caregivers around them and brothers and sisters. That has to be the best, and that's what I'm doing it for, to change these little lives for the better forever.
Oh, yes, yes. Nothing is compared when you can see a child smile.
That's right.
Linda, please tell us, to all that people who is see today watching us, how they can support this organization.
Please support us. We are a great organisation, and you know that your money is actually going where it's supposed to. And you can help us by partnering with us. We have people that donate every month and that money goes to where it's best needed. Or you might want to sponsor one of our children. So the more money that we have coming in, the more children we can help. So it's vital. And if you saw what I saw, you'd want to help 100 children. Or you might want to help our prison project. We also help train prisoners in administration and computer skills, so that when they leave the prison they can go back into the community. And you might have a passion and heart to transform their lives too. So there's lots and lots of ways to help, but our main focus is helping the children, and you can do that by getting onto our website and sponsoring a child.
Oh, thank you, Linda. Ya lo saben, ustedes ya han visto la traducción de lo que Linda nos ha dicho, y la verdad que solo necesitamos un corazón dispuesto para poder ayudar a esos niños.
We work very closely with the Children's Department in Kenya, and a few years ago they asked us if we would actually be able to help children that are able to live with relatives. Now, the children in our home are double orphan children. That means they have no parents. So if they weren't living with us in our children's home, they would probably be on the streets, or who knows what would be happening to these precious children. But we are now working with the Children's Department, helping children that can live with relatives. They may live with an aging grandmother or other relatives, an auntie, but they're able to live with the family in their family environment. And this is all in Kenya. But in Burundi, which is another African nation, a few years ago I was invited over there, and I saw a great need, and I was asked if I would help build houses for the Batwa community. So this is the smallest little tribe there. And these people used to live in the forest years ago. And now they're living in villages, and they're extremely poor. They're living in grass huts. And sometimes they'll have a whole family in this grass hut. and they're cooking in there, which makes it toxic. And when it rains, they get wet. So of course that opens up for diseases and sicknesses. And so we're building 4-roomed homes for these families, and they feel like they're kings and queens. So you've got a room for the parents, one for the child, one for cooking, and then one for living in. Very simple homes, but they are so appreciative. And then recently I was told about health insurance. For $5, you can actually give health insurance for a whole family in Burundi for a year. So this is children under 18. How amazing is that? The houses are 1,200 Australian dollars, which is very minimal cost for what you're doing in helping change a life.
Tenemos la posibilidad de construir casas por $1,200, de apoyar, sponsorear niños una vez al mes con una cantidad de dinero, con $40, y también tenemos lo de los $5